So, tell us about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Yeah, so I'm Megan. I also go by Megsy. That's been my nickname for years.
Okay.
A little bit of everything. I wear a lot of different hats. I'm a 31-year-old from like the Atlanta area. Not quite Atlanta, but the Atlanta.
Yeah.
I love to bake. I love to hang out with my son. I love nature walks. And most importantly, I love creating memories for other people. So I love doing photos and videos for people, especially during their wedding.
Yeah, I noticed that. So is this a new endeavor or have you been building that like behind the scenes?
Yeah, so I've been doing it. Well, I've been doing wedding photography for about 6 years, 6 or 7 years now, just
Hmm.
off and on, mostly with my friends. And then I work for a wedding venue and I do like decor as well as social media content creation for the wedding venue.
Okay.
That for about 4 years now.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. I like that. When I
Yeah.
seen I believe your wedding content page follow with mother and I was like, wow. For a
Yep.
while there, I was doing a lot of bartending for weddings. I was a travel bartender, so I've bartended a lot of weddings these past 4 years, and it was really a really great experience. One, because of course the love vibes, the weddings are just so unique, especially once the reception starts and everybody's just happy and drunk, and I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
let's party, yeah, tips, tips. I had to make sure I'm like, make sure you tip me.
Yes.
But I enjoyed that. Okay, that's cool. So, photography, content creation,
hmm
love that. Okay. So, and you do like, don't you do like partnerships with different corporations? Because I notice how you'll like go to Chili's or different. So, how did you come across that? Is that something that you just kind of fell into, being that you were content creating, or was it something you were already working towards?
That's a really good question. So, like whenever there was like the influencer boom, I really
Yeah.
like interested in how these people were working with these big brands. And
Mm-hmm.
I just started reaching out to like different brands and almost cold calling, except it was email. And
Okay.
send over an email, be like, hey, I would love to make content for you. Please let me know what steps I need to take to do that. And it became something where brands would send me free things, or I would get paid to go try different things, like on like Chili's menu.
Yeah.
And then now I make content for them, and they'll pay me like a little portion. And so yeah, it's just kind of like in a way fallen into my hands, but also at the same time I did in the beginning reach out to a lot of these brands and kind of cold call them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
did you have to like your account had to kind of be like at 10,000? Was there like a standard there?
Yeah, so a lot of the brands, they wanted at least 5,000, if not 10,000. 10,000 was
Mm.
the key number. Uh,
Okay.
but once I reached 5,000, brands would send me free stuff. And really, it was as long as I was giving them a good review on the back end.
Okay. Wow.
Go to their websites, leave them really good reviews, and then they would send me more things.
Cool. I
Yeah.
look forward to getting into that one day. I've been trying to like get more into like being comfortable with content creation. I think for a second there was like a little blockage, like how is this, like I was caring about how I was being perceived in a way.
Yeah.
When it comes to like with mother, it's easier I guess to do it, but then like with my personal brand, I don't know, it's just a little block there. But now I've been just trying to open up myself to be more expressive.
hmm
And same with mother, being creative so I can get a bigger reach.
Yeah.
Hello. So, okay, cool. So let's get into these questions, girl. Thank you for sharing with us what
Yeah.
you do. Of
Yeah.
course, I had an idea, but I wanted you to kind of like break it down for us.
Yeah.
So, capturing motherhood in memories.
Mhm.
What first drew you to photography?
Yes.
What first drew you to photography, and how has it shaped the way you experience motherhood?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I was drawn to photography as a young child. Anytime that there was a camera laying around, like whether it was a disposable camera or whenever I got older, it was my mom's first digital camera. No
Okay.
matter what, I was always drawn to taking pictures, whether it was like my family pets, whether it was like my sister. Always wanted to capture the moment. And so I've taken that forward with my son where I love capturing pictures of him and videos of him. And that way I could show it to him whenever he gets older so that we could reflect on these moments that he may not remember right now because he is
Yeah.
2.5. So likely he doesn't remember these, or he's not going to remember these things when he's older. But I think it's very special to capture those moments.
Okay, yeah. So, one, sorry if you hear my cat.
Oh, it's
He,
okay.
he's been disruptive. He's spoiled. So, okay, baby's 2,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously he has awareness, but 5, 10 years from now, he may not be as aware like what was happening in the moment.
Oh, yeah.
So, have you ever thought about creating like what? Have you created like an email account for him and kind of just like sending photos, and so like when he's 18 he'll kind of have like him throughout the years? Have you ever thought about doing that?
That's a really good idea. I haven't thought about doing that, but honestly, I'm like, I need to go
You
ahead.
should. You
Yeah.
should. I don't my nephew, when he was first born, he's kind of like my first child. I created an email account for him, so every now and then, like since he's 9 now, I'll send random pictures, and I'm planning on his 18th birthday to give him the passcode so he can see himself throughout the years, which I think is pretty cool. And
Yeah.
being like, sometimes those moments kind of get lost, whether you're moving,
Mm-hmm.
um, God forbid, like something happens to your childhood home, but
Mm-hmm.
having this digital experience now is really cool because you can kind of keep up with it without having, anything physical. So,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Okay, so let's see. So you're a mom now.
Mm-hmm.
How has being a mom changed the way you see beauty in everyday life?
Okay, so it's kind of remembering like innocence as a child. Like my son, he sees a butterfly, and every time he sees a butterfly, he tells me how beautiful it is. And
Yeah.
sometimes he'll see like flowers blooming, and he'll talk about how pretty they are. And so it's like reminding myself of how beautiful just the simple things in life are.
Mm-hmm.
That really has helped to like shape my view of beauty.
Yeah. Do you feel like your son is teaching you anything?
Oh yeah, he's definitely taught me to slow down, and just take in the moment instead of being stressed out and letting it pass by.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's slowed me down a lot.
Okay. And I feel like I follow a couple of your accounts.
Mm-hmm.
You and your family, you all seem like you're really into like nature and water.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I kind of see you, well, especially if you're like capturing your son, it's around some sort of greenery. Is that intentional? Like, are you intentionally raising him like on the countryside, or is that mainly because that's how you were raised?
You know, it's a little bit of both. Like, I was definitely one of those kids that was always outside. I was always riding my bike, getting into the dirt. But also at the same time, I would rather have my kid outside instead of be an iPad baby. No shade to the parents
Mm,
who
yeah.
let their kids have electronics, but I would much rather have him be in nature than surrounded by technology. And also, like, I do like to take him to the city and stuff like that, but I definitely want him to be experienced in outdoors and
Yeah.
comfortable being outdoors.
Yeah. I've been having that conversation recently, like how I want to raise my kids. Okay, here we go. He's just
The start.
this live tonight is already unique because this is his first time doing that.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah. So I know for sure Well, obviously, when I moved to where we were living,
Hmm. Hmm.
okay, when we met,
Yes, yes.
I was moving from the city.
Yeah.
And my mom, I was at this place where she was just like over, like fast paced, and she wanted to kind of like bring me and my brother out of that experience.
Hmm.
And it was like almost like a culture shock, like
Yeah.
seeing cows, just open fields. And there was a moment in high school I was kind of like I can't wait to leave. Like I am over this. Like I'm ready to get back to the city. Like I'm a city girl. But now, present day, I'm so grateful for that experience because I feel like it's brought me balance, and I appreciate the silence. I appreciate the solitude. And of course, being in the city is a part of me. Like it's like I know how to adapt, but I can really see myself raising my children like on the countryside so they can have
Hmm.
more of that slower experience.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool how you kind of keep him grounded that way,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, definitely. And I definitely relate to you saying like you want to have your kids in the country and like have the slower pace of life. I think that there's some good that can be brought on by that. I definitely want him to be around a little more diversity for experience too.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
area that we met. However, I think that like the country slow pace of life is a really, really valuable thing.
yeah. Where are you from originally? Are you from Georgia?
Yes, yeah. So I'm from like Lilburn, Stone Mountain area. Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
never knew that.
Hmm.
So how did you end up more like towards Athens? How did you end up on that side?
Yeah, so whenever I was probably 4 years old, my parents moved out to like closer to Athens, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and we've lived there, or they've lived there ever since.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And now it's just progressed. The other day I was driving down 316. I'm like, this bridge was not here 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like a whole different like I'm like, wow, this is crazy. It's almost like they're kind of giving it that little city feel. Mint,
Yeah.
Mint, can you please stop? Mint. So, okay. Let's see. Last question of the evening because Mint is on a roll right now, and I feel like he's about to tear up the blinds. So now this actually, and I was having this conversation with my friend the other day, like telling her why I'm not as ready to have a child yet. Well, one, I want to wait until I'm married, and then two, I'm happy that I'm not actually married in this very moment because I don't want to feel that pressure, but I'm like, okay, how am I going to balance being when I say career driven, maybe not like corporate America career driven, but being career driven in a way of like building a platform, building a community in this way, and being a mother. Like sometimes I'm like, how am I going to balance that? Plus, like maintaining my home, making sure like dinner's cooked. Like sometimes just thinking about that
Hmm.
overwhelms me, and I'm like, okay. I know I want to be a mother one day, but like I really want to make sure I'm completely ready because I feel like it's going to take like a serious mental shift.
Yeah.
So how are you balancing that? Balancing motherhood and being an entrepreneur?
Yeah. So, in all honesty, it's something that I struggle with even to this day. Like, I try to be as present in both my work life as well as my child, raising him the right way and the way that I want him to be raised. But
Yeah.
I struggle with it, especially like I do have ADHD, so there are days where I cannot stick to a schedule, but I try really hard to stick to a schedule. I try to, of course, like get him out in nature. I try to exercise myself. I try to get good sleep. That way I can the next day get back onto a schedule and kind of have a balance in that way where he knows today we're going to go on a walk, today we're going to go eat, and then mom has to work. Um,
Yeah.
so it is a job all in itself. I try to do the best job that I can balancing that, but it's a struggle being a mom and being a parent. But I think that um, being present for my son is the most important thing for me,
Hmm.
and work honestly comes second. Of course, I have to make money,
Yeah.
but being present for him is the most important thing for me.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Okay. I'm so happy you said that because I know that's what's going to happen. Like, of course, when I'm a mom, I'm a mom. So
Yeah,
I'm going to change. I've created this whole human. So, of course, there's going to be this attachment, this desire to want to be there.
yeah,
And I do believe the first priority is the home and then everything else.
yeah.
And I think just me knowing that, but also wanting to build something makes me feel like I have to choose. But I know when that time comes, I'm going to be happy and grateful to choose what's most important in that moment. And that is my home, making sure my home is in order. And that includes my husband and my children. So
Mm-hmm.
right now, it seems in a way scary. But I know like once that moment comes, I'm going to work to adapt and understand this is priority. Like this is
Yep.
the most important thing. This is our future and you have to nurture that and take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I see your son, he looks so happy. He just looks like he's like living my life like it's golden. It's like, Mommy's taking me to the beach again. Every time I see him, he's on the beach. I'm like, he is living his best life.
Yeah, yeah. He definitely he has a full fun life.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that whenever you become a parent, you'll just fall into it, and of course, there are days like any other time in your life where you might feel like you fall short. But as long as you keep that value at the forefront of your mind, I think that you'll be a great parent.
Yes, well, thank you. Yes, especially the values part.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's why sometimes it gets a little confusing. Like, what should we give our attention to? Because our values may not be in order. You know,
Mm-hmm.
family is important. The other day, I was listening to my fiance's work call, and they were talking about like, oh, let's get overtime. When are we gonna get overtime? And their manager was like, Saturdays, you shouldn't be working overtime. You should be spending time with your family. Now, of
Yeah.
course, that's not his place as a boss to be telling, the team how to spend their time, but he understands the value of that. And he,
Yeah.
shared it with them. So I look forward to it. I feel like everything is kind of changing right now. And so having women who not only are mothers, but who are wives surrounding me and just kind of getting their take, it means a lot because I do feel like just even with being married, I feel like it's another level of responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Responsibility of like stewarding the family and not just your family with your husband, but your family, his family, and the merging of the families. And I just kind of feel that responsibility in a way. And I'm like, man, this is a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I didn't, I knew what I was asking for, but it's kind of now really hitting me now that it's happening. It's one thing to kind of daydream about, oh, I can't wait to be a mom or I can't wait to be a wife. And then it actually kind of starts happening. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, this isn't just about a wedding. This is about a legacy and the
Mm-hmm.
impact your family's going to have on the world. Like, it's a
Mm-hmm.
little serious.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. But so before we wrap, is there anything else you would like to share on motherhood, on being a businesswoman,
Mhm.
on capturing moments? Is there anything else you would like to share?
Yeah, I mean, if I could give any message to anybody, it's be kind to yourself and others. And if you feel that you are falling short, put yourself in check, but be kind to yourself at the same time. I think that being real with yourself is a valuable trait, but also just being being kind and sweet to yourself is a great trait as well.
Yeah. Thank you for that reminder.
Yeah.
Being kind to yourself. I
Mhm.
love that. Well,
Yeah.
Megan, I appreciate you so much. Every time I call Megan, you're like, okay, now if you can't do it, you have been like, I can't do that. But for
Yes.
the most part, you've always been just open to hear whatever ideas I
Mhm.
have. And I really appreciate it. and it means a lot. And I hope 15 years from now we can get on. Hopefully, 15 years from now, if we have like an interview style, it'll be in front of a live audience.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is my bubblegum snatcher right here.
Yes.
Yeah, but you gotta wait, give it some time. But thank you for always answering my phone call. Thank you for always supporting me and just
Yeah.
being there. Even though it hasn't been like, physically, it's like you're there. You're just there support wise. And that means a lot emotionally. Like knowing, I'm like, hey, Megan, I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm always here to support, and I love watching your journey, and I admire everything you do.
Thank you. Well, I'm not going to keep you. I appreciate everyone who joined. Hopefully, once we get this up on the page, we can circulate it around to everyone else. And yes, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
And I will chat with you soon.
All right. See you.
Have a good night, Megan.
Bye.